you very much for that, sir. You are so kind of. Next, yes. My dear friends, all of you have the power to unmute yourself. Jay sir is with you. Nothing but BOS is with you virtually. If you have any queries, please put before Jay sir. But my only request is be decent, and I don't think untoward questions are posed. Please, as far as your academics are concerned, you please put before Jay sir, or any difficulties if you are facing, you may put before him, so that to the extent possible he will be able to rectify those, right? Uh, any volunteers who have any query with regard to the academics or with regard to the courses, or any difficulty you are facing in any of the issue? Friends, BYS is also working round the clock. Now, when we studied, we do not have any coaching which was available free of cost. Now, off late, you can sit at your home and get the coaching for all the subjects, be it foundation, be it intermediate course, or be it final course. Yeah, I will stop talking. You please, any one of you, you may even post in your chat box.
One question I could observe was regarding the expected result date. I think the examination committee is working on that. So I am handling the Board of Studies portfolio. I am not into examination committee. So till exam committee has not declared any date. So as of now, I cannot tell you what is going to be the result date. But you will soon become the chartered accountant. Let me wish that.
Yeah, Amal, you are unmuted. You can ask the question.
Yeah, sir. Good afternoon, sir. This is Dominic.
Yes.
Yes, actually, I have a small query regarding specialization in CA. Actually, I'm not interested in GST or taxation to take my domain perspectives. But what I love is financial planning. As a future chartered accountants, we are the one who are going to design the finance, right? But in our Board of Studies, I didn't find any good opportunity to learn in that perspective. So I want to know, is there anything related to how to plan a finance and in that term, or doesn't have anything related to that?
Your voice was too low, but what I could understand is that you are interested in finance.
Yes,
right?
I mean, how we can plan a finance. Yeah, finance plan, whatever, in that way.
So let us understand. Let us understand one thing. We'll have to see, if we only focus on finance, then it is very much possible to go too much into depth of that. But the curriculum of CA, please do understand, we already have 20 papers. Think about CPA US, only 4 papers.
Yes,
right? Think about other courses, say CFA International, 3 papers. We already have 20 papers. Now, if we keep on adding new things, that would be too much overburdening the students. So what we are doing is, in these 20 papers, we are covering up all the various topics which are required to a reasonable extent, or rather quite a good extent. Maybe if you look at the depth of company law, or direct taxes, or audit, or even financial reporting, you learn everything in depth. But if you want to further pursue something, once you become chartered accountant, there are a number of certificate courses that ICAI runs for chartered accountant. For example, FXTM. FXTM is Forex and Treasury Management course. You can do such type of course. Somebody is interested in forensic, that is FAFD. Institute runs such a course. So another thing is, another course like MBF, Master in Business Finance, is also run by ICAI. So till you become chartered accountants, you are given the knowledge of all the various subjects. Then you can choose some specialization, go ahead. Not only that, this year, as you know, the new syllabus, we have given the option as the 6th paper, optional paper. Somebody can take only capital markets. Somebody can take maybe security and other laws. So like that, it is not possible that each and every subject we overburden the student. We give reasonable good exposure to the students in all the subjects. And then you can, as you move further, you can take up specialization instead of certificate courses.
Sure, thank you. Actually, the course was very excellent. I didn't ask why you haven't included in CA, but after that specialization only asked. After you explained it, I get it. Thank you, sir.
Actually, sincerely speaking, your voice was so low, I could just pick up finance out of it, and I elaborated.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Nonetheless, he got his answer, sir. Mr. Shah is asking, what are your views about something like can CA course be completed through 100% self-study?
So I think Ravi Kishorji already answered that. While he was studying as a student, there was no coaching. Same was my case. I cleared my CA in 97, and till then, I am from a city, Surat. Those days we are around 200 chartered accountants in the city. 200, right? Vijayawada now must be somewhere 1,100, as I understand, somewhere around there, right? We are at that time only 200 CAs, and there was no coaching facility. Forget coaching facility. Books were also not available, and not only that, there were no English medium colleges also. So we did not have English medium colleges, right? We did not have any books. We did not, those days it was not like, today you get the books at your home. It was not like that. We had to go to Mumbai to collect the books. So that was the scene. But friends, believe me, self-studies is the best. Is the best. But if along with that, in a few subjects, if you feel that you want expert knowledge from someone else, that is also fine. That is very much an individual choice. At the same time, about your time management, whether you should study on your own or you should take some coaching from branch or private or whatever. I have done everything on my own, and I believe self-study is also very sufficient.
We will move on to the next queryist, Shenmukha Priya. You are unmuted already. You can speak.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Firstly, I thank you for your interactive session, sir. I really enjoyed the session. Sir, I want to know whether I can apply for my industrial training because I have completed my articleship.
Industrial training can be done during the last year of articleship.
Yes.
That is as per the regulations. So once your articleship is over, then you cannot do industrial training.
Yes.
Okay,
But you have given me a very good insight. I would request you to send me a mail that if a student's articleship is over and still that student wants to go with industrial training,
yes, sir.
Can it be
Because
possible?
I have completed almost 11 months of my articleship, sir. I've completed 11 months after articleship now, sir, as of now.
I understand. As of now, there is no provision.
Okay,
but I have got an insight from your question. On the basis of your mail, I'll introduce the agenda item in the committee and request the members to consider that.
Sure, right? Sir. Thank you, sir. May I have your mail ID, sir?
Yeah, Shenmukha Priya, I will share it with you. I will share it with you. You contact me. Sir,
okay, sir.
One information I should share with you, sir, Jay, sir. Shenmukha Priya was a paper presenter yesterday, sir. And she is a visually impaired student, but we never gave the regard to that impairness. We selected her purely on merit, sir. Purely on merit. And she has done exceedingly well when compared to the normal students.
That is great. That is great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, is there any...
In Vijayawada, such a student has presented the paper, sir.
Right.
Yeah, Shenmukha Priya, go on. You are adding something?
Yes, sir. I want to know whether ICAI is conducting any certification courses for CA students, sir.
See, CA course is so wide and there are so many subjects. So we don't want to complicate further. Certificate courses starts after you become chartered accountant. And all the various sorts of certification courses are available. Whether you want on GST or you want on, treasury, or you want something on internal audit or bank audits or whatever. There are so many certificate courses.
Thank you, sir.
Suraj.
Welcome.
Suraj, you are unmuted. Do you want to ask something? Swati, you can go on.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Suresh, go on.
Yes, sir. I just had a query apart from academics. You might find it odd, but I just wanted to ask out of curiosity that how can a CA, qualified CA, become a council member or president of ICI?
Go to elections.
It's a
As simple
long
as
journey.
that.
Well, I tell you what. No, let the students be very wild in asking any questions. I'll be happy to deal with the young minds because all the great things have come out of wild minds. So anyway, the fact is there is opportunity for each and every person, equal opportunity. Like I started with Surat branch as a managing committee member in 1998. Rather, I was also a Vikasa member in 1995. So 2 to 3 years, I served as a student in Vikasa. You have Sikasa. In Western India, we call it as Vikasa, right? Western India Chartered and Student Association. Then after I joined the branch as a managing committee member in 98, and in 2005, I became the chairman of Surat. By that time, I had very good relations with people in Surat. They had listened to me a number of times in public forums. Even personally, we had a number of interactions. So they had a little more trust on me, right? See, you have to earn the trust of people. And the second stage was going to region, Western region. So I contested for that. And fortunately, I could make it. While I was in the Western region, I visited number of branches like say Baroda, Ahmedabad, Rajkot, Aurangabad. So what happens when you visit people, and if you are open-minded person, people will like to interact with you. Like today, you are interacting with me, and you will feel as if a friend is talking to you. So I repeat my point: vibrations, right? So I kept on going to different branches. People linked with me, and that took me to the next step. And once you are into Central Council, then of course it is something like a cricket team. One of them becomes a captain. So as of now, the captain is C. Atul Kumar Gupta ji, and the next captain has been chosen as C. Nihar Jambusaria ji. So like that, every year, one person gets the role. If all the people would agree to your name, then you'll become the president. It is like that.
Thank you so much, sir. It never felt that we are interacting with you for the first time. Thank you so much for your gratitude and humbleness. Thank you so much.
Yes. He is down to earth. Jay sir is down to earth and he is very much interested to interact with students. Arpita wants to ask you, sir, whether doing articleships in a foreign country will be beneficial.
Now, that's a wonderful question. Wonderful question. Friends, articleship in foreign country would be wonderful. But the problem is that as of now, we don't have any mutual recognitions on that. This was one of the aspects. We were deliberating. This is my dream project. But my term is getting over next year. So I'll no more remain in the council after next year. But this is one of my thoughts. And just try to understand this. Look at this beauty. The demographic profile across the globe provides only benefit to two nations, India and China. More particularly India. Right? Because China had the one-child policy. We are the country with youth. If you go to Europe and if you go to US, I had a luxury of studying in Los Angeles, US, as well as Milan, that is Europe. And I could see that, they don't have youngsters. And their youngsters do not want to study. Because whether you work in McDonald's or you become an accountant, they are paid equal. So who would be accountant? This gives a luxury to Indian chartered accountants, right? What we want is, we want to tie up with various nations. See, once you become a chartered accountant, you want to go to other nation. Then there are visa issues. Visa issues are not within the powers of ICAI. For that, both the nations, government, time to time, their foreign ministry will interact. It is not in the domain of ICAI. But as an article clerk, if MOUs are done, I think there'll be too much of visa relaxation. And just imagine a scene that from the same city, somebody does articleship in Frankfurt, somebody in Paris, right? Somebody in Bilbao, somebody in Barcelona, and somebody in Copenhagen. What a wonderful situation it would be. But as of now, there are no such provisions because no country has yet shown the readiness for such type of interchange. But this is one of the thought process we have. And the coming years, maybe the committee, whichever committee comes up, may take it up.
Sir, Swati is facing some difficulties with regard to the links of e-books given in the digital library, sir.
Okay. So I'm not very sure about it, very sincerely. You know, there are so many committees and we work in multiple committees. So I have never used this link. So I don't know that. But if you're having any problem, you just mail me up. I'll send that to the concerned officer and see to it your problem is solved. I don't know actually whether the link is working or not because I have not used it.
Yes. Friends, Jay sir's mail ID I will provide you. You can interact with sir. Next, someone is asking, Ria Bansal is asking whether it is worth joining articles in Big Four or with a mid-sized firm.
Well, see, there are pros and cons of everything. Whether to purchase a Maruti car or a Toyota Fortuner, right? If you are on highway, then Toyota Fortuner is good. If you are in small lanes within your city, then Fortuner cannot move out. Then it's better to drive with Maruti and in some cases even Nano. So the point is, there are pros and cons of everything. There cannot be a single answer. If somebody is very keen to get into a very, very particularly, micro area, micro specialization, then he may prefer Big Four also. Suppose international taxation, someone wants to go only into international tax and nothing else. Then he may choose to go with Big Four, right? But suppose somebody wants to learn all the things, income tax, GST, project finance, internal audit, statutory audit, even concurrent audit, then mid-sized firm gives more opportunity. Well, see, there are pros and cons, I repeat. Many a times, I tell my student friends this way. This is a problem with all students. They always feel that wherever I did my articleship was not enough, I should have got some little more exposure. And it is always like the grass is always green on the other side. But friends, believe me, don't worry at all. If your articleship is in a mid-sized firm, in a smaller time, that's fine. That's fine. Please continue with that. You will get a wonderful exposure. See, I'll put a counter question. Suppose I become a cook in McDonald's and cook in Indian restaurant. Who is big? McDonald's. Right? What will I learn there? Burger. Oh, I'll be expert in burger, but I'm not in a position to make anything else. If I go to a small Indian restaurant, I'm a cook. Then, I'm bound to make all the type of delicacies 400. So in small firms, rather than a particular micro specialization, you will get attention to many fields. In Big Four, on a particular field, you will get too much of specialization. So that would very much depend on your choice. Both are equally good. Both are equally good. But for those people who are into mid-sized firm, do not worry at all. Once you complete your chartered accountancy, and friends, these days you become chartered accountant at the age of 21, which is no age, right? Which is no age. So immediately take up one thing. Go to a major city. Go to a major city, maybe Mumbai or Gurgaon or maybe Chennai or whatever, Bangalore, whatever. Stay there for 1 or 2 years with some corporates. You will have a blend of both the experiences. Unorganized small segment also, corporate also. Now you are in a better position to decide what is right for you and make your career accordingly. And I would suggest you one more thing. If you get an opportunity, even to go abroad for 1 or 2 years, don't miss it. I don't say you go permanently. But when you look at two different cultures, only for your knowledge, I'm not sure whether Ravi Kishorji knows it or not, but I have studied in Hyderabad also. I have one qualification from Hyderabad, Osmania University, one from Madurai, Kamraj University. I have done one course from Madras University, Chennai. I have studied in Pondicherry University also. I have studied in 7 different universities of South and total 15 universities of India. I have studied in China, at Italy, Germany. So I got an exposure to meet different type of people, look at different culture. I am not sure whether it increases money or not. I believe yes, of course. But even if not, your life is enriched, right? So if you get an opportunity, as of now, just focus on your articleship, what is going on. Along with that, your studies. Immediately on completing CA, even though you want to come into practice for 1 or 2 years, go to a major city. Go abroad for 1 year. You will have all the things very well balanced. Because not everybody can be picked up by Big Four. Only 2% of the people are going to get into Big Four. So 98% people should not worry. Don't worry, I am also not from Big Four. but I have reached up to council.
Sir, Piramal wants to know what is the motivation you have to do so many degrees. Of course, it runs into 3 lanes.
So the fact is, I wanted to explore more and more in my life. Yes. And I want to explore different parts of country. So I'm from Surat. I said, let me now stay in Baroda. So I joined 1 degree in Baroda so that, I can get an opportunity to stay there. Then I went to Ahmedabad. Once again, new experience. Then I went to Mumbai, then Pune, then I came to Chennai. So one of the motivation was staying in different cities, trying to learn different culture, trying to learn. And once I did, I felt, let me learn something, even out of India. So every year I would join 1 or 2 courses, and every year I would add 1 hobby. So my hobbies are also equal number. I am interested in painting also, in singing also, in piano also, and in trekking also. I go to Himalayas every year for trekking. I go to Europe every year alone for just my, and travel across India. So the point is, motivation is just one thing, passion. You have only one life. We all have same potential. Potential is not less or more with you or me. It's only, how much, I would put it this way, if you can understand in Hindi, then Ghalib say, हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले, बहुत निकले अरमा मेरे, लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले. See, thousands and thousands things are there to do in life. So why to stop at something? Be very passionate, and you can do so many things, and with smile on your face.
Sir, Arpita want to know, is multiple qualification the order of the day, or are now people with multiple qualifications increasing or not? Like CA, CFA, CA, FRM, CA, CPA?
So a good question and relevant question for everyone. And the answer is, in the days to come, qualification will not matter at all. Look at the largest conglomerates, largest MNCs like Google, Apple. They are not looking at qualifications. They are not looking at it. In the days to come, it is not qualifications going to matter. It is your knowledge, skill set, application ability, and your attitude more than your IQ, your EQ, SQ, which is going to matter. So I don't believe that multiple qualifications are required for growth. I did it only because, I was from a very small city, Surat. Those days very small. So I felt, let me explore new. I have a habit of exploring more. That is the reason I did it. But that does not mean, even if you complete only chartered accountancy, it is sufficient. But suppose you feel that I want to learn management also, then you can try with IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore. You can even think about Stanford, Wharton, Harvard. Or if you feel that you want to grow in the field of law, then you can have additional course of LLB. Not compulsory, but depending upon your passion and your time availability, you may do that.
Sir, Vikash has a evergreen and repeated question: job or practice?
Job or practice. So, see, if you ask me, believe me, whenever somebody asks me this or this, I am always into end. So people were asking me whether CA or CS or ICB, I did all. And I have done my job also, I have done my practice also, I am an entrepreneur. Well, actually my answer is, what I believe is, entrepreneurship is no match. Entrepreneurship is no match. Before joining council, I was into construction. I had my mobile charger manufacturing company. I was into training. I was into coaching. I had my HR consultancy. I had my software company. So entrepreneurship. And believe me, all these businesses were very simple to do even than practice, because I was not supposed to be there. In my HR company, I was only supposed to be once a month. That's it. Only for half an hour. Nothing more than that. Other things were system governed. So anyway, entrepreneurship is wonderful. Regarding job or practice, it's very much a personal choice. But if in your practice, you are going to go with the same traditional areas, like only income tax filing or like that, procedure, then in that case, there is no great growth in real terms. If you have something, through internal audit, proprietary audit, you can somehow create a huge value for a client, then only practice is of some avail. Otherwise, 2 days fixed cost, is so high, so very high in practice, that if you are providing routine services, your growth can never be exponential. In such a case, maybe 1 or 2 years of industry and trying to understand the market, and on the basis of that, deciding upon the further course.
You have many greetings for your poetic skits also, sir, in the chat box. And everyone is happy with the way in which you have dealt. You are down-to-earth person. You answered almost all the queries which have been raised by the students. Thank you very much, sir, for your time and your effort and your resolve towards the student skill management. Friends, I should tell you, Honorable President sir has carved out this particular student skill enrichment board separately, and our Jay sir is the founder chairman for this, and also he has ensured that some 100 crore fund has to be set aside for the benefit of students. That's very great, sir. We are very fortunate to have you with us, and we also thank you for your time. And also tomorrow I may request you to be for some 5 minutes valedictory session, wherein you can announce the first place winner and the second place winner, and then just you can log out, sir. Is it possible for you, sir?
Sir, tomorrow already have some 3 programs.
I heard that 26 you are free.
But already booked it because 25th I have done this, no? So there are 3 branches have given commitment for members program. But student friends, you can contact me through Instagram, Facebook, email, anything. Right? I am available. Fine. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. With that note, we, on behalf of all the participants, our managing committee, and we should first of all thank you for giving us the opportunity of hosting this national conference for CA students. We are indebted to you, sir. Thank you very much. We will sign off for now, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Thank you, one and all.